In here are where the people from Wisconsin Point. It says burial ground of the Chippewa Indians, 1854 to 1915. The nice sign was donated by the Superior Indian Organization in 1980, marks the ground. What's interesting about this is here's the top of the hill. There's the river that flows below here. They've done a little work. There was a whole lot of stuff just thrown on top of here. They've been throwing a little bit more every year here, but essentially what it is that this is where the Indians that they dug up from Wisconsin Point were dumped on this bluff. All along this bluff is what I've been told, and this bluff has given way to erosion over the years. You can see this monument down here. This is downhill a little bit, okay? I'm looking out straight across and then downhill down to the river down there, and there's the Granite Monument. Well, I'm going to walk down there, and of course, notice how all of a sudden the taking care of this cemetery plot is a little bit different. We're getting down there anyway. There's a little cross on the back side of it, but there's nothing on this side, and it says something like, "Here lies the bodies of those removed." Let's see if we can back this up a little bit. Yeah, you can't see much. Records of this cemetery as of blah, 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 and it just kind of fades out. This was taken from the Indian Cemetery at Wisconsin Point, and there you go, folks. I mean, you look at that and then you kind of move up here. This is uphill to the top of the cemetery ridge, immaculate up there, green grass. Okay, here's another marker, and I'm not sure what the relationship is. But again, it looks like it's redundant. It's here. Here lie the bodies of those from the Indian Cemetery on Wisconsin Point. So there's one marker there on the ground and one down here. And herein lies the problem. We got a little cross down there, which I'm not sure what it marks, but I've been down here before, and consistently there are things. What is happening is this is all washed out. This is kind of a null in there, if you see it. If you look to the top here, you can see stuff washing away. They may be dumping up there to try to bring some settle that, because this is, over the years, has moved down considerably down the hill. Okay, we kind of walked off that little wash here area and over to the other side. Behind that, you can see the kind of erosion that takes place down here. There's roots coming out from a tree. There's some animal burrowed in over there. They use this area for a general dumping ground. I don't know if it's because there's just Indians down here somewhere and that's convenient. You can see that they've pushed dirt over the edge here over the years. The monuments that I had showed you before, right at the top of this video clip up here, right in the center there, is part of the sign. And if you look down here a little bit, we'll see if we can pick it up. There it is. There's where that cement marker is over there. Just barely see it as a gray spot right in the middle of the screen. And so we're going to back up here a little bit, show you how that looks all the way across here. So again, I'm a little bit closer to the back side of the, here's the back side of the sign that marks where the burials are. This has had a bunch of dirt thrown on it down here. You can see a whole bunch of pine brush right here, and we're right behind the sign now. You can see that this whole section has been washed out and is exposed underneath the trees and so forth, and that goes right on down as kind of a wash. And if you look through there, there's our monument in the woods just a little ways away. So I don't know, people said there was a couple hundred burials taken out of Wisconsin Point at one point, and you know, again, over the years, people have reported bones and artifacts and other things coming out of here. Again, a little bit of a close up to the washout down here, all along the edge. Again, if they came down here and dumped a whole bunch of stuff down here, we don't know what it is. There's actually, see right here is a little piece of, that's a little piece of bone that's just exposed down there. I'm going to put it back in there. I come down here and sometimes pick this stuff up and put it back into the ground. It's part of the earth now. It's been spoken for, but that is definitely some bone that's working itself out from somewhere along in here. And again, I don't know how many times they can say it. It's like, okay, here's a dumping ground for all the garbage from, excuse me, the Catholic cemetery, but they're doing it. And I wish someone would come down here and fix this stuff up. Okay, I'm back on for a second here. Like I said, I was leaving you to go put this piece of bone back in, and my eye caught me on something else here. Here's some more. I'm going to show you this. This is some kind of a joint that's coming out of the ground in the wash. And I'm going to go put that back. There's a little bit more here. There's some other things, but that's definitely some kind of a socket or anything. And I'm going to spend a little time here and clean this up and put these back into the ground and you know, try to see if through this video, like I said, here, let's take a look at where that sign is. There's the sign. Now I got to put this stuff away with a little same on, a little talk. Okay, I left a little gift there and put that back in. We're again looking at this wash. Just wanted to take you a look, see if I can get at a couple different angles to show you what's going on. In order to fix this, this is a ridge all along here. That's dirt coming out all along there, and that's where I found the joint, the bone joint, the little piece of bone. And when I was going to put that in there, there was another bigger chunk that came out, but this is a wash all the way down there. In order to stabilize this, they're going to have to do some work on this. See, now there's the monument for it right over there. There's the one. The other one's right up there. You can't tell me that cemetery officials don't know that this is going on. They work here every day, and I suppose it takes a little effort to ignore it, but it's just the poor pagan Indians or something. Okay, we're back over by my vehicle, and we just came from back over in that corner. Last time I was down here, there was a lot of junk in here. I mean, people like to offer stuff, but it kind of got out of hand. But you can tell someone's been down here to clean this up this spring, because it's nice and cleaned up. The whole area, there was all kinds of stuff from diapers to beer cans and trinkets and rosaries and things that you find down in New Orleans, kind of stuff going around. What we have here essentially left is rocks that have put down here. There's some tobacco offerings and other things. Basically here, we'll quickly get up here close here, take a look at this, and it says, here was the burial ground of the Fond du Lac band of the Chippewa people dating from the 17th century. It was removed in 1918 to St. Francis Cemetery, Superior. And we can see that some people have been here to leave a little bit of sage and cedar and tobacco. People come down here. I'll put a little bit of tobacco out here too before I leave. But again, it's a nice little wooded area down in here, and this was the site of a very large village. You still hear over this ridge over here in the background is Lake Superior over a deep ridge of pine trees, and every now and then you hear of burials still washing out down on the lake shore. So we believe that this is a pretty extensive cemetery, and even when they dug the stuff out of here, the remains and artifacts and everything, that there was probably a lot of stuff that was still left over